Well, now you can also leave behind something that could potentially help save their lives for generations to come. CBS 2 explores this ultimate gift through a new service called the DNA Memorial.
DNA, or genetic makeup, is an integral component of life. It carries the information that makes each of us who we are.
John Shumway has more on what could become the wave of the future.
We could do a swab or a hair follicle and preserve that genetic and medical history forever.
Mike Hall has been in the funeral business for a quarter of a century. He recently teamed with DNA Memorial.
We've adopted it early, but my recommendation to the Maine Funeral Directors Association members would be to you should consider this and do this. It's something that will be a gift to the families you serve, and a gift to their future generations of their families going forward.
We often hear about gathering DNA samples on crime shows. It also has important uses when it comes to genetic testing.
People are saving their DNA for the purposes of diagnosing medical conditions, determining disease risks, learning about ancestors, finding relatives, and establishing citizenship.
What more appropriate symbol of life than the person's DNA?
Cremation. When a body is cremated, it's then impossible to get a DNA sample.
A local funeral home is helping Central Ohio families cope with the loss of a loved one by saving a bit of the past for the future. In some cases, it could be life-saving.
I think one of the big reasons why people are starting to do this is that technology continues to evolve every year on what we can do with genes and DNA and genetics and so forth.
Others want to know more about their family history.
Genealogy, ancestry, which traits did features of me come from, my mother or my father, from a genetic perspective.
We know what DNA is capable of producing now. God knows what it's going to be capable of in 10, 15 years' time.
DNA is the very fiber of our being. We can learn a lot about ourselves by examining it.
To most of us, our depth of knowledge and perhaps fear about DNA reproduction comes from the big screen.
There's a whole bunch of different advances in science and everything, so I think there's probably a lot of possibilities in the future.
At the McGee Women's Research Institute Reproductive Genetics Department, the world of DNA is a world of possibility. But that future cannot be explored without a piece of the past.
Future discoveries that will help give more meaning to all of these letters, and therefore give also more meaning to the family. Not just rare diseases, but simple diseases like, why should I get a heart attack at 55 instead of 85, and so on.
I never ever thought 46 years ago when I started as a funeral director that such a thing would ever be possible.
This is a gift for future generations from your ancestry's past.